How's it going, everyone? Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions. This is our closing commentary on Market Insider TV. It's Friday, November the 10th. Thanks for joining us. This is a chart of cattle, and we had a down week, down day here this week. So, weekly basis down $6.25. Certainly a bearish week. Cash cattle trade down only $1. But this is the power of funds. You know, the long traders, long spec traders really pushed this market higher, much higher than it deserved to be fundamentally. And technically, we had some signals here. This was last week, last Thursday. This week, I believe on Monday, two bearish reversals. That was a signal for these long traders, because of the money flow into the pits, to get out and to get either to the sidelines or getting that short. We anticipated we'd pull back at least to this gap, and we did, but when we broke through this support area on Friday here, we dropped sharply, and that was a very poor technical close. Cash trade this week only $1 lower, 124 in the south, and in the north, dress trade steady to $2 lower at 190 to 194. So yeah, it was kind of a bearish week this week, and in the cash markets and in the futures. We believe and have continued to believe that these futures are overvalued given the big supplies of cattle coming at the market. And next Friday we will have a cattle on feed report. The estimates are on feed at 105%, placements at 106, marketing's at 106, and that's with an extra day for marketing. So also bearish this week was the hog market. We'll flip to a hog chart here. We have not had a higher close since October ended. This day here, this last up day was October 31, and ever since then we've had lower closes the entire month of November, and we have now traded all the way back here to the lowest lows of October the 17th. On a weekly basis, we're down $2.75 on the week, and came pretty oversold at this point, but we continue to be. We've been oversold pretty much all this week. Now, bearish news for the hogs and cattle this week is weights increased 2 pounds over last week in the cattle, and 1.2 pounds in the hog market. So both of those are negative. Adding to the negative tone this week was corn. New low close yesterday following the supply and demand report. We did bounce up, and notice that we bounced right back to this support area. I left this on here as this was long-term support, 44.25, and today's high 344. So not unexpected to see a little bounce in here, and if we can over the next several weeks see a rally back up into this area, this 350 area, I think there's going to be a lot of cash sales made. That's only another 6 or 7 cents. But there's a lot of cash to be sold yet, and I think that's going to cap the rallies in here. So, certainly negative news with supply and demand report and finding much larger production than anyone anticipated. Positives was a couple private export sales of corn and a weekly export sale on Thursday morning. 10-year high in the sales of corn. So exports were good this week, but it's more of a production and supply problem in the corn. Soybeans, you notice we broke this uptrend line. We had the big down day after the supply and demand report. We rallied back up, coming back to this trend line, and set back off of that high. We did close a couple cents higher on the day, but it's really insignificant. We really need to hold this low in here, this 982. Again, a rally back up near this $9.99 to $10 mark. That's not that far away. It's 12, 13 cents. But it's going to probably attract a lot of selling interest in here unless we have some sort of a weather event. And there is some forecast talking about dry weather in parts of southern Australia, or it's not Australia, Argentina, that's going to limit any rain that's falling in there, and that could be positive for these markets in here. So we've got some strategies. This is a great year to liquidate cash and turn it and re-own it with some options. That's a better strategy than commercial storage. Had a humorous phone call from someone in the elevator industry today, as I've been talking about clients not paying for commercial storage, and he took exception to that. So interesting phone call, fun call, I guess, today. But I hope you have a great weekend. We will be back Sunday night with our weekly newsletters, and have a good night, everybody. Good luck. Hope that this was a good week for you, and we'll talk to you again very soon.